Well, good day, everybody, and praise the Lord. Yo, it's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. Yo, I'm privileged to pastor the City of Hope Community Church, and I'm super duper excited today to come to you with yet another edition of Surviving the Holidays. That's right. We have been intentional throughout the month of December to bring you tools, tips, and techniques and takeaways that will help you survive this holiday season. So many people are going through this holiday season, grieving, mourning, struggling, having a hard time. Well, we wanted to make sure that we were intentional, just giving you some things that you can utilize, some very practical, portable, and applicable principles that you can utilize in your day-to-day life that will help you, that will enable you to survive this holiday season. Some people are just hanging on by a thread. Some people are, what did the old school good times say? Temporary layoffs, easy credit rip-offs, scratching and surviving, hanging in the child line, keeping your head above water, making the waves if you can. That is the mindset of so many people. And so we wanted to be intentional about helping you to navigate through this holiday season. Look, I hope it's been a blessing to you. And on today, Friday, December the 17th, yeah, I'm solo dolo today. Usually I got my people with me, but I'm solo dolo today. I gave them the day off. But I want to be intentional about giving you this particular tool, tip, technique, takeaway. Today, we're going to talk about briefly. Here it is. Presents don't fix problems. Presents don't fix problems. Look, if you know somebody that's grieving, going through, tag them in this particular message. It is going to be a blessing to them. Yeah, presents don't fix problems. I remember hearing a story about a young man who was at the crib. He was with his father. His father was at home working in his at-home office. So the young boy wanted to play. The young boy was like, "There go my daddy. I want to play." So he goes into the office and he begins pulling on his daddy's shirt. The daddy reaches in his pocket, gives him some candy, and the daddy just continues working. So about 5-10 minutes later, the boy who walked away, he had come back. He's once again pulling on his daddy's shirt. The father reaches in his pocket, gives the boy $1, and the father just keeps on working. The boy looks at the dollar, he walks away. He comes back about 5-10 more minutes later. Once again, he's pulling on his father's shirt. The father reaches in his bottom drawer. He gives the boy a toy. And the father just keeps on working away. Well, the little boy walked away, but then about 5-10 minutes later, he comes back. He has in his hand the candy. He has in his hand the dollar. He has in his hand the toy. And he lays these items on his father's desk. And the father is baffled. The father is bewildered. The father is befuddled. He cannot understand. He says, "Son, what's wrong? I'm giving you candy. I've given you a toy. I've given you money. What more do you want from me?" He didn't say that, but he's like, "Son, what's wrong?" And the boy says, "I don't want them. I want you. I don't want that. I want you." That the father began to realize that his son didn't want the presents, he wanted his father's presence. Oh, come on, somebody, come on. He didn't want the presents, the toy, the candy, the money. He didn't want the presents. He wanted his father's presence. And this is what you got to understand, y'all. I want to help somebody. I want to help people who are grieving and mourning. And I want to help people who are trying to help people that are grieving and mourning. You got to understand, y'all, they don't want the presents. They would rather have the presence of the loved one. They would rather have the presence of the one that's passed away. They would rather have the presence of the one who's no longer here. So what you got to understand is, y'all, here it is. Look, presents don't fix problems. That I want to let you know that, because I know y'all gonna go out this weekend and y'all about to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Y'all trying to fill this void. All you see is your friend unhappy, your son unhappy, your daughter unhappy, your cousin unhappy, your mother, your father unhappy because they're grieving and they're mourning. And you are about to go try to fill this void with presents. You're going to fill this void with materialistic stuff. You're going to try to fill this void metaphorically with candy. You're going to try to fill this void with money. You got to understand that presents won't fix the problem. Before you go in debt, before you start borrowing from your January and your February and your March to finance your December, before you try to overcompensate for a void that you can never fill, that a present will never fill, that a Birkin bag or a Louis or a Gucci will never fill, that a PS5 won't fill, before you go into debt trying to fill a void that's unfillable, you got to understand that presence won't fix the problem. I know, and I know the children are young and their parents, one of the parents is gone. You've already decided that you're just gonna blow the budget this year because you're just gonna blow it out the gate. Because I just want the kids to be happy. I want them to have something. And I get that. And I'm not saying don't get nothing, but I want y'all to hear me that presence won't fix the problem. That, as a matter of fact, oftentimes in seasons like these, we end up compounding the problem. We talk this week about anesthetizing pain, that we try to numb pain. So we'll go out and we end up compounding the problem and complicating things even further, because what we're doing, we're trying to overcompensate. We're overcompensating for a deficiency and for a deficit. I'm trying to let you know, presence don't fix problem. Look, I've seen people in pain. I've seen people in mourning. I've seen people grieve. Watch this. Food is not everybody's vice. Alcohol is not everybody's vice. Liquor and drugs is not everybody's vice. Having promiscuous relationships is not everybody's vice. I've seen people depressed. I've seen people grieving. I've seen people mourning. Go out and spend 10, 15, $20,000 in debt from the euphoric high of swiping, the euphoric high of having bags in your hand, the euphoric high of Amazon Prime and getting boxes delivered day after day. I've seen people go in tremendous debt because they're trying to fill a void that only God can fill. They're trying to fill an emotional and a mental void, a spiritual void with material things. And look, as Fred Hammond said, it won't work. Is not going to work. I want to help you. If you're mourning, I want to help you. If you're trying to comfort somebody that's mourning, you know, when Jesus said, "Blessed are they who mourn, for they shall be comforted," he wasn't talking about a new car. He wasn't talking. He wasn't talking about material things. Come on, they're going to be comforted by the power and the presence of God. And I want to let you know. I know you in pain. I know it hurts. I know it's rough. I know this season is so unfair. I know it's so bad. But I want to let you know. Look at it at the bottom. We done put it at the bottom for you. Presents don't fix problem. I'm not saying you don't buy no product. That ain't what I'm saying. No, don't be putting words on my back. Pastor, that can fit the back of pivot. That ain't what I said. I just want you to know mentally before you go out and spend. Presents don't fix problems. There's an emotional void, there's a mental void, there's a spiritual void. Somebody is hurting. Somebody is really going through. And I want to let you know I'm praying for you this holiday season. I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. I'm in your corner. I want to see you win. I want to see you survive the holidays, but I want to see you survive and come out on the other side without having compounded this particular problem that you're already facing. I don't want you to complicate the problem. So I pray that you hold on to this word today, that presence don't fix problem. Yo, it's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. Look, tune in next week for another a week full of surviving the holidays, tips, tools, and techniques that would be a blessing to you. Do me a favor, y'all. It costs you nothing to share this. Please share this message. Share it on your page. Tag somebody who needs to hear this message. Tag somebody who may be struggling this particular holiday season. Go back and watch the rest of them. They're going to be a blessing to you. I just thank you for continuously tuning in and for you taking the time to make yourself a priority and to get help and to get healing, to get whole, to get tools, tips, techniques, and takeaways so that you can survive the holiday season. And as we always say at the end of every broadcast, the words of Dr. Eric Thomas, small steps lead to great distances. Now you know. Come on, let's go.